Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be cleaning my makeup brushes and also doing a makeup brush declutter. So I actually cleaned them yesterday. I did film it and I talked about what I used and everything, so you'll see that in a minute. But then I counted them and now I know I have a lot of makeup brushes. I've collected makeup brushes since, I don't know, at least 10 years now. And I just acquired new makeup brushes along the way. Some have been in sets, some have been, you know, the odd makeup brush in like beauty boxes. And yeah, I only tend to bin them if they break or if they, you know, if the bristles fall out and they're just not really adequate. But other than that, I've kept them all. Some of them are really good brands, and if you do buy good quality makeup brushes, good brands, you know, they are quite pricey, but they do last. So some of these that I've had for 10 years or more are really good brands, so that's why they've lasted this long. So when I counted them yesterday, I had 161 brushes, which is just ridiculous. I don't need that many brushes. So I've got so many face brushes and eye brushes. I store them in these. This is a vase that I got some roses in for Valentine's Day once. And it came in this gorgeous glass vase, so that's perfect for makeup brushes. But as you can see, it's just too full. And then I also keep them in this pot as well. This had a little Christmas tree in a couple of years ago at Christmas from Tesco, which was super cute, so I thought I will keep that and reuse it. And then I've also got this one here full of mainly eye brushes. Lots of small brushes there. This was from Amazon. I thought that was quite cute. And then these are ones that just don't fit in. I've also got a couple of these cute little brushes which I use for face masks, all of those. And then I did pick up the Spectrum mystery box a couple of months ago. I did an unboxing, link that there if you want to have a look at that. But I got 11 new brushes in there from Spectrum. And I also got the Molly Mae Cosmetics box number 1. Was it near Christmas time, I think? Maybe before Christmas. And there was a brand new set of Spectrum brushes in there as well. So 161 brushes is crazy. So what I did yesterday, basically all my brushes needed cleaning apart from my new ones, because what I've been doing is using a brush until it got dirty and then using a clean one. So I just acquired lots of dirty makeup brushes. So I did clean them all yesterday. It took me an hour and 20 minutes to clean all of these brushes. I think I cleaned about 130 of them. Took me such a long time, but I'm glad I did it, and I just wanted to clean them before I did the declutter as well, so whichever ones I didn't throw away were clean and ready to go back in my collection. So a few hints and tips first about cleaning makeup brushes. You can use various different things to clean them. I've always used shampoo and I found that works really well. I use just a bedhead shampoo, and you can just squirt a bit of the shampoo into your hand, wet your brush, let's find a good one that you can see. Wet your brush and then just kind of lather it in, and then use your fingers to work through the bristles and just clean it, and then rinse it. You always use warm water, never use hot water. Always try and hold the brush down as well when you're cleaning it, because you don't really want to get this bit wet because the water will just rise up there and you don't want to do that. So you do just want to try and just get the bristles wet. So if you're the kind of person who just throws all your brushes in the sink and turns the tap on, please don't do that. You will damage the bristles, and yeah, it's just not great for the brush. So yeah, only try and get the actual bristles wet. Instead of just putting a bit in my hand, because I have so many, I use these little silicone mats, which you'll see in a minute, and I just put my shampoo on the silicone mat, and it has like different shaped kind of bubbles and, you know, bumps on it as well, which really helps to get in between the bristles, especially with like some of these smaller brushes. It just really helps to get in the bristles and get all the makeup out the bottom as well. When I've finished washing my brushes, I always lay them flat to dry, just like this. Sometimes I lie them on top of like a towel near the radiator, not on the radiator because I don't want them to get too hot. Yesterday I laid them on my bath tray on a towel and I just let them dry there. I laid some on the windowsill as well, just to dry. You don't want to let them dry like this because the water will literally just get soaked up in here, and that's not where you want the water to be in your brushes. You just want them to dry naturally. I have used a hairdryer in the past, but the thing is with the hairdryer, you don't want it too hot and you don't want it too close to the bristles either, because you don't want them to become misshapen. You want them to keep the nice and fluffy shape, no bristles going crazy directions. You want to keep them all nice and together. This is one of the brushes I've had for 10 years as well. This is Royal and Lang Nickel. This is one that I actually got when I went to makeup school, so that was 2013. Okay, so this one I've had 8 years, but honestly it's just like new. Really good quality brush. So other things you can use to clean your brushes, you can use rubbing alcohol. just use a little bowl of that and just kind of swirl your brush around in it and just make sure you get all the makeup out and then rinse it. You always want to get the alcohol off the brush as well. You don't want any alcohol left on it. You can use baby shampoo. I've seen some people use like washing up liquid because obviously that kills the grease as well. I've heard people use micellar water, but you know, I think you need quite a lot of it, so I probably wouldn't advise to do that. And yeah, whatever you find works for your brushes, then obviously do that. I've always found shampoo works really well, so that's what I use to clean my brushes. So yeah, so I cleaned all these yesterday, so I'll now insert the clips of me washing my brushes and showing you exactly how I do it and what I use, and then we'll come back and declutter them. So these are all the brushes that I need cleaning. As you can see, there's quite a lot of brushes, lots of face brushes and eye brushes. I've basically just been using a brush till it's dirty and then picking up a new one. So yeah, there's lots and lots and lots to clean. I've also got all my beauty blenders. Again, I was using them until they got dirty and then using the new one. So there's a lot to wash. So they're all there in these pots. To clean them, I'm going to be using my shampoo, or one of my shampoos. I always use this one. I find it's really, really good for cleaning them. I've also got this makeup brush cleaner. This is one that I would generally use when I'm actually doing my makeup. So if I was using like one particular brush for eyeshadow and then I wanted to use a different colour, I would spray a bit of this on it and then just wipe the bristles, and then yeah, I can use my different colour. And then I do also have this. This was in a rocker box, so I can use this to clean my brushes. What I would generally do is pour that into like a tiny bowl, then just dip my brush in it and just kind of move it around so it cleans it. Obviously this is more alcohol. I don't actually have a bowl at the moment to put this in, so I'm not going to be using this today, but that is another option. Yeah, alcohol is a great way to clean them. But yeah, I'm going to be using this shampoo from Bedhead. So I'm going to be cleaning them in my sink. I use these little silicone cleaning mats. These are really, really good because they just really help to get all the makeup from the bristles. Obviously they've got lots of different shapes as well, so for different sizes of brush you can really clean all the makeup out of it. So I've got this one as well. They do have little sucky things on, so you can stick them to the sink and they're not meant to move. That one doesn't, but I don't find that works because obviously once this has got wet it just slides around anyway. So yeah, they're not the best at sticking down, but they're fine, they do the job. I'm also going to be putting, instead of bending down every 5 minutes, I'm just going to put some brushes in here. This is the old like toothbrush holder from the old house, which I'm not using now because I've got a new one. But yeah, I'm just going to be popping the brushes in here to clean. Then when that's empty, I'm going to refill it with the next lot of dirty brushes. And then, whilst they're drying, I'm just going to put them on my little bath tray. I've just found an old towel. It is clean, obviously. I would use a clean towel. But yeah, this is just an old towel that I've just popped on top of it, just so it captures any bits of water that comes off them. And I'll just leave them there to dry. I always lie them flat to dry, so I don't like stand them up because then the water actually goes into the brush. So yeah, I'm just going to pop them on there when they're done. And yeah, that's about it. I do also have this little silicone thingy. This was in Birchbox. I wouldn't really use this when I'm doing my brushes because it's obviously quite small. If you're only doing a couple of brushes and the small brushes, then this is great. You just pop it on your fingers and then obviously just clean your brush on it. But because I'm doing quite a lot, I'll use these ones today in the sink. And yeah, so let's crack on with it.
Yeah, I know I look good. Yeah, I look fly. Baby, I'm just your type. I'm a baddie. I'm a baddie. Yeah, I know I look good. Yeah, I look fly. Baby, I'm just your type. I'm a baddie. I'm a baddie. Yeah, I know I look better than all the girls that you knew before. Had your chance, but I'm not playing anymore. Come through, get your bags, let them at the door. Silly boy, silly boy, silly boy. Feeling good, change my hair and you can't ignore. I'm in my bag, shout out to Dior. I would be so ahead if we're keeping score. Silly boy, silly boy, silly boy. I don't need a man, yeah, I'm good by myself. Spending this money and I made it myself. Now I'm glowed up and you're stuck by yourself. Yeah, I know I look good. Yeah, I look fly. Baby, I'm just your type. I'm a baddie. I'm a baddie. Yeah, I know I look good. Yeah, I look fly. Baby, I'm just your type. I'm a baddie. I'm a baddie. except for all the time you wasted. Skin so tight, I don't need a facelift. Drip so high, got the diamond bracelet. Got the diamond bracelet. You try to play all these games, but I'm staying woke. You can never keep a job,
so there I have all of the makeup brushes clean. I'm just drying. Some of the handles need a bit of a clean. But all of the brushes are clean. And I think it's definitely time for a brush clear out. I've got so many brushes. Some of them are definitely like, as I was washing them, thinking, yeah, you're ready for the bin. But obviously I will sort those out soon. I've also given my beauty blenders a wash. Some of them, I think some of them need to go in the bin as well. But yeah, they're all cleaned. Next now is cleaning the bathroom, because look at the state of the sink. It makes such a mess doing this with all the makeup around the edges. But now I've got lots of clean makeup brushes and empty tubs, which is amazing. So yeah, now on to sorting out the makeup brushes and having a bit of a declutter. Okay, so as you can see, that was all my brushes washed, all cleaned, and there was a lot of them. It took forever, but yeah, finally done. So now we can declutter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate them into face brushes and eye brushes, and then kind of separate them into categories, so like what I would use the brush for. So within these masses of eye brushes, I'll separate them into like what I'd use for the base, what I'd use for the contour, obviously highlight brushes as well. I've got lots of eyebrow brushes, lip brushes. I'm going to separate them like that, and then where I've got duplicates, I'm obviously going to try and declutter them. And yeah, hopefully, you know, I'll aim for a lot less than I've already got. But I think there's a fine line between hoarding them and then just saving them for when another one is ready to go in the bin. So yeah, it's quite tricky. I do like to keep things. And some of these brushes are just so good, I just don't want to get rid of them. But I don't need them all, so let's declutter them.
I don't need a man, yeah, I'm good by myself. Spending this money and I made it myself. Now I'm glowed up and you're stuck by yourself. Yeah, I know I look good, yeah, I look fly. Baby, I'm just your type. I'm a baddie. I'm a baddie. Yeah, I know I look good, yeah, I look fly. Baby, I'm just your type.
Okay, so this is what we've got so far. So we've got the bigger fluffy brushes. We've got quite a lot of. These are all foundation brushes. And I don't often use foundation brushes anymore, so they definitely need a declutter. We've then got angled brushes. Again, quite a few of those. These are highlight brushes. Obviously some are really big and some are smaller. I do have another one of those that I actually used today, because I obviously had to use brushes to do my makeup today. Then we've got the stippling brushes. I've got only 5 of those. I say only, compared with the rest of them. We've then got quite a lot of these smaller fluffy brushes. These are great for highlights, contour and stuff like that. And then I've got these 4 random brushes here. These are great for face masks. So starting with foundation brushes then. So let's start with this one. So this isn't actually a make. It is clean, even though it looks very discoloured. Not really a fan of this one. I bought this when, a long time ago, me and Dan, in the very early stages of our relationship, he was going to pick me up from work and I didn't bring any makeup with me, so I had to run to Boux and just grab a brush. So yeah, never been my favourite, it's just one that I needed on that day, so that's going to go. Now these are new, so I'm going to definitely keep my new ones. That's new as well. This is brand new. I don't really like these ones anymore, and as you can see on this one, this is a Real Techniques one. The bristles have started to come out the top of it, which isn't great when you're doing your makeup and you end up with like hairs all over your face. So yeah, that's not a good one, so that's gonna go. I've then also got this Real Techniques one that I don't really use, so that one's gonna go as well. These ones are really cheap ones. I actually got these online from China because I wanted to try out some different types of makeup brushes, so I ordered quite a lot in bulk. And yeah, these ones are okay. They serve the purpose, but not really needed now, so they're gonna go. This is my Estee Lauder foundation brush. I only have one of these, I believe. So I'm definitely going to be keeping this one. This is a really good brush. Again, when you spend money on makeup brushes, they do last. This is a brand new one. This is La Rouche or La Rouche. This is from the Cohorty Beauty box a couple of months ago. Really good makeup brush brand, so definitely keeping that. I really like this one for putting face masks on, even though this is a foundation brush. This is from Boux. They sent me a collection of their brushes about 4 years ago now, just to share on my Instagram, and they are really, really good. So definitely keeping this one. And then we're left with these 5 here. So I'm going to keep my iconic ones because I really like the iconic brushes and I like having a set of those. So Spectrum, I've got the A20, A02 and C02. Have I already got some of these in here? Okay, so I don't actually have any of these in my collection. I've got the Bs, the B01s and the B02s, but I don't have any of these As. So I'm going to keep all 3 of these from Spectrum because they are just slightly different. So out of the foundation brushes, we managed to get rid of 5. So that's not a bad start. And we're going to be keeping these ones, so I'm going to put those back in there. Okay, next moving on to these angled powder brushes. Those 2 are brand new. So this is the Spectrum A05, I've got 2 of those. This is from the Oceanic collection, which came in the beauty box. Such a pretty set, and I've not used those yet. And this is the marble white one. Really, really nice. I'm keeping both of those. I'm keeping my iconic one because I really like this set, so I'm definitely keeping those. This one again is one that I bought in bulk from China. I don't need this, so I'm definitely going to be getting rid of this one. And this is another one that I bought in bulk. Really, really pretty. I love the handle in this one. I think it's so nice. Such a pretty design. But yeah, I just don't need it anymore. And then these 2 are also Spectrum brushes. Spectrum brushes are amazing. But these are the A05. And these 2 new ones are also A05, so I don't really need 4 of these. So yeah, I might see if my sister wants one of these. Might see if she wants this one. I think this one's quite new actually. I don't think I've actually used it. Really, really pretty brush. And then I'll just probably keep this one as a spare. This is a slightly bigger angled brush. I think it's the only big one that I do have, so I'm going to be keeping this one. This is from a set by Featherella. How gorgeous are those handles? So, so pretty. I love the bristles as well. Such a gorgeous makeup brush set. Dan got me these and I'm obsessed with them. It came in this gorgeous like sequin bag as well. So, so pretty, so I'm definitely keeping that one. And then this Boux one. Again, really, really good quality brush. But I just don't need all these brushes, so I'm going to be getting rid of this one as well. I might see if my sister wants this one. So that was the angled powder brushes. So I've kept 5 and we've got rid of 4. So that's not bad. Pretty much half and half. Okay, moving on to these stippling brushes. So these are great for blending foundation or blending concealer, blending highlight. You only need to use them really, really gently just to use these top bristles. And yeah, they work really, really well. So these 2 are actually the same brush. I really, really like this brush brand. This is Luxie brushes. I did get these in a glossy box. Amazing brand. Really, really like these. So I will be keeping both of these. And then we've got these 3 here. So this one is amazing. This is actually a MAC brush, and this I've had many years as well. This has always been amazing, and yeah, I'll be keeping this one. So this is a smaller one, just like these. I think it is slightly smaller than the Luxie one. I'll be keeping that one. And then I don't really need 2 of these here. This is the Royal and Langnickel one. I think this one actually might have seen better days. I think this one might be time to say goodbye to, so that's probably going to go. And then we've got this one from Boux. Really nice brush, so I'll be keeping this one. So I've got 3 of the smaller ones and 1 of the bigger ones. So we only got rid of 1 brush there, and we've got 4 of those left. Okay, moving on to highlight brushes. Absolutely love these teeny brushes. I do have another one of these, but I use these all the time for doing my highlight on my cheeks and on my Cupid's bow. So I will be keeping both of those. Now these ones, I don't really use. These are really pretty to look at. I absolutely love the colours and they're so, so soft. But they're just so big and I just don't actually think I'm ever going to use them. This is a brand new one. This came in the Spectrum mystery box. This is the COO brush. Really, really pretty, but I'm just not going to use that, so I'm probably going to get rid of that one. And this is the Spectrum C01. So just slightly smaller, really soft. And this is the Featherella version. So I think this would be really good if I was going on holiday and putting like highlight on my collarbones. This would be amazing for that. So if I was travelling, I'd probably take this one with me, just because it is slightly smaller. And this one is just so pretty to have. It just looks like a mermaid. So I will keep these 2 for now. I've obviously got rid of 1 of them. Okay, these 4 random brushes here. So I actually use these to apply face masks. I bought this one ages ago. I got this on eBay. I think it was only like £1 or something like that, and it took like a month to arrive. And this was when the cream contouring was just coming in, and everyone was using these kind of brushes. Honestly, this is so soft, but I'm just never use it, and I'm not going to use it, so that one can definitely go. Yeah, these are the ones I use to apply face masks. This is a bit of a strange shape. It's like a triangle, so yeah, that is actually quite weird to use to actually apply anything with, so that's going to go. And then I'm left with these two, so I might just keep this one because I do like the very small size, so you can get quite precise with the mask around your like eyes and nose. This one, the bristles are just quite long. Both of these were the bulk ones that I bought from China. These were actually really good quality, so very happy with these. But yeah, I'm going to get rid of this one and keep this one. So I only got one face mask brush now, and we got rid of these three. Not doing bad, I don't think. Okay, onto the smaller powder brushes now. So these powder brushes are more for highlight, for contour, and yeah, just smaller areas of your face. So first of all, I'm going to take out the brand new ones because obviously I will be keeping those. Okay, so those are the brand new brushes. So I've got 4 from Spectrum, we've got 1 from LaRouche, and then a Luxie brush as well. These are really good, and I'm excited to use these ones. I really do like this one because it's smaller but it's really fluffy, so that's going to be really good for even blending like concealer under the eyes or applying highlight in smaller areas. So out of these, which ones can go? So this is one of my favourites, as is this one. This one is a Luxie brush. Again, Luxie are so good. I really like these. This is one of my favourites for also applying like highlight, and I love this Spectrum one as well. This is the A21. So that is a different Spectrum brush to these ones here as well, so I don't have a duplicate. This is my go-to for applying contour. So this is just a Spectrum brush. I'm not sure which one because it doesn't have the like number on it. This is a standard Spectrum one. It's different to all these that I've got here. That's probably the closest one, which is the A04, but again, it's just slightly different. So this one is slightly taller than this one. This one I'm obsessed with. This is, again, a Luxie brush. This was in a beauty box with an advent calendar. This is amazing for contouring again or applying highlight. Love this one. This one I don't really reach for unless my other brushes are dirty. The bristles are so soft, but yeah, I'm probably going to get rid of that one. This one is a bit strange because the bristles are quite long, but it doesn't really, I don't know, I just don't feel like it works on the face very well. Really pretty handles. I do really like this brush set, but I'm going to get rid of that one. Next we've got the Featherella brush. Super cute. Going to be keeping that because I'm obsessed with it. And then the final two, we've got a MAC brush and we've got the Royal and Langnickel brush. These are both really good. Again, I've had these for such a long time. I think this MAC one I've definitely had 10 years. But sometimes these bristles do come out. Look at that. Just come straight out of there. I'm probably going to say bye to the MAC one. How does this one do? Oh, that's not a good sign, is it? Bristles coming out. Okay, so there's the odd bristle coming out of there. I think I might keep this one for now just because it is a nice kind of, I like to call them like floppy brushes. You can get a lot of powder product on there. I'll keep this one for now. So we did keep quite a lot of the smaller powder brushes there. I did have quite a few new ones there. I think there's 5 new ones, and some are my favourite ones, so I'm definitely keeping those. And we did manage to get rid of 3, so that's not bad. I think we're doing alright. And finally onto the bigger powder brushes. So first of all, taking out the new ones. Okay, so those are the new ones. So again, from the Spectrum Oceanic collection. Absolutely stunning. That's the C03. And then we've got the A01. Really nice, big, fluffy powder brush. Look at that. Stunning. So we're keeping those 2. Okay, Featherella I am keeping because I love these brushes. So nice. This is fairly new. This is a Too-Faced powder brush. I've only used it a couple of times. I think I'd like to use it a couple more just to get a feel for the brush because it is quite a short stubby brush with quite long bristles, so I just want to try it out a few more times and see what it's actually like. This one has definitely seen better days. This is just a really big powder brush, but as you can see the bristles are starting to like spread slightly, so it's just getting a little bit out of hand, so that one's gonna go. Then we've got the Iconic brushes. Obsessed with these, are so pretty. Definitely keeping those. This is really nice again, but the bristles are starting to go quite wide, so you have less precision when you're applying your powder, so I'm probably going to get rid of this one. This is my blush brush. I actually haven't reached for this for a long time until about a week ago, when I started reaching for this again, but I don't know, I'm just not really a fan of the shape. I feel like I need more bristles for it to be a blush brush. I'm not really a fan of the contour around the edge, so I'm going to get rid of this one. Again, this one is really losing its shape, so this one can definitely go. This one is the Royal and Langnickel one, again from Makeup School. This is a really good powder brush. This is amazing for just sweeping over your face with that translucent powder just to get rid of any shine. It is starting to get a little bit wobbly, so I'm going to keep it a little bit longer because it is one of my favourite brushes, but then if it does get too wobbly then I will get rid of it. And then the final brush here is from Boux. This is the B4 brush. This is a really nice brush. I think it is fairly similar to the Featherella brushes, but I really like this one, so I'm going to keep it. So we managed to get rid of 4 of the powder brushes there. So that was all of the face brushes, so I don't think we did too bad there. So we've got 48 face brushes now, which still sounds a lot, but I have got quite a few new brushes, so obviously as I start to use these then they will get worn out. I've got 48 of those, and we're getting rid of all these. And we're getting rid of 21 face brushes, so that's not bad. A third of my face brush collection is gone, which is great. Okay, moving on to eye brushes. So I'm just going to separate them into what we're using for, and then we'll declutter.
Yeah, I know I look good. Yeah, I know I look good.
Okay, so I've separated these brushes into kind of base eyeshadow ones. We've got some detail ones, which are obviously a lot smaller, and lip ones as well. These are all eyebrow ones. We've got some angled brushes here. We've then got some flat brushes, and then we've just got some smaller fluffy brushes as well that I'd use for like contouring of my eyes. So starting with eyebrows, because I have so many of these but I only have 2 eyebrows. So many brushes here. So starting with this one, this is, I don't really like them when they're quite long bristles. This is my absolute favourite. This is from Zoeva, and you can see how dead this brush actually is. Like, this definitely needs to go in the bin, but it's just definitely like my favourite brush. I love how short the bristles are, and it just works so well on my brows, but yeah, it's definitely dead. This is the 322 brow line. I need another one of these because it's just amazing, but that one's gonna have to go. I don't have any like this at all, so I'll keep this one because it's the only one I've got. And yeah, when it comes to brow brushes or even like liquid liner brushes, I don't like them too long. So I don't really know what this one is supposed to even do. It's just so long. If I was using that even for like eyeliner, I would like this like half the size it is, like half the length. Just so long, so I'm definitely going to go. So first of all, I will take out my new ones. These are both from the Look Fantastic Beauty box, so I'll be keeping those. And other new ones, I've got the Spectrum. This Glossybox one I don't even think I've used actually. Glossybox do really nice makeup brushes. You generally get them in like some boxes or advent calendars, but really good quality. So I'm definitely keeping my Iconic one because I want the full set of those. These 2 can definitely go. These are 2 that I got in bulk. Just the standard eyebrow brush. And again, same with this one. This MAC one is amazing. I've had this for years. This is really good for liquid liner. So definitely keeping that one. And then we've got 5 left. So I'll get rid of this one. This is ilovebrows.com. I don't think I've ever used a product by them. I have this brush, so that one's going to go. I'll keep this Spectrum on the A14 because I don't think I've got another one of those. This one is LA Splash. I'm probably going to get rid of this one. Don't need that one. I've got a second Glossybox one. Is that the same? And then we've got the Boux and the Royal and Langnickel. I think the Royal and Langnickel one is just slightly too long for me, so I'll keep the Boux one. So not a bad start. We've got rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 brushes, and we're keeping a few more, but that's fine. Okay, so detail brushes next. So these detail brushes are great for applying small amounts of colour to the eyelids, or going under the eyelids, or getting in the corner as well. This is my all-time favourite brush. This is again from the Zoeva Rose Golden collection. This is 230 Luxe Pencil, and again you can see how dead that is. It's really discoloured. The metal is just disgusting. This is my favourite brush for applying highlight to the inner corner of my eye. That has definitely seen better days, so that one is going to have to go. To replace that, I'm going to be using this Luxie mini round brush. This is absolutely perfect for the highlight in the corner of the eye, so I'm definitely going to be keeping that one. I'm going to get rid of this Zoeva brush again. This is such a tiny brush, so this would be for absolute fine details, but yeah, it's definitely seen better days, so that one's going to go as well. I'm keeping the Featherella ones because they're so cute, and I'm keeping the Iconic one. This is another one that's really good for applying really precise detail around the eye area. So these brushes from Spectrum are new, so I'll be keeping those. I've got the A16 and the A15. These are just slightly different shapes. One's slightly thinner than the other one, so we'll be keeping both of those. This is a really strange shape brush, so I'm going to get rid of this one. It's just very round and like cone-like, so I don't really use that one. This again is another amazing brush from Zoeva, but it's just seen better days, and I just need to use my other ones instead, so I'm just going to go. This from Spectrum is the A09. Now I don't know if this is meant to be bent, but it's bent, so I don't even think I've ever used this. This would be good for applying eyeliner. Maybe it's meant to be bent, I'm not too sure. But yeah, I've never used that, so I'm just going to get rid of that one. Clearly I don't want it. These two here, I was using these two when my Zoeva one was in the wash, but yeah, I don't really need these two either when I've got these other brushes, so I'm going to get rid of those. And again, I don't really need that one either. This is great for applying highlight on the upper lip. That's really pretty, and I don't have any more of those, so I'm going to keep that one. And then this Spectrum A16 is a really nice lip brush, so I'll keep that one. And then I'm probably never going to reach for this Boux one, it's just very pointy. So I'll get rid of that one, and then I'm going to keep these two, which are really nice lip brushes. So this is the Royal and Langnickel one and the Boux A1, so I'm going to keep those. So that's not bad, so we're keeping 9 and we're getting rid of 9, so half and half. That's really not bad. Okay, moving on to angled brushes. I don't tend to use these often, I don't need both of those, so I'll keep one that looks like I've used most, and I'll give the other one to my sister if she wants that one. I don't think I've ever used this one. This is an angled one from Boux, but it's like a foundation brush kind of texture, so it's quite flat, so I'm probably not going to use that one. The Luxie brush is amazing, I'm keeping that one definitely. And this one is the contour shader from Zoeva. It's getting a little bit worn out, but I think it's fine for now, so I'm going to keep those 4 and get rid of 2. Next, moving on to the flat brushes, so I've got 4 here. This is my favourite brush for doing under the eyes. This is from MAC. This is great for just doing a nice eyeliner under the bottom lash line. I tend to use this with like a coloured eyeliner or eyeshadow, and just to create a nice line underneath, so I'm definitely keeping that one. This is great for contour. This is the Royal and Langnickel brush. I mean concealer, not contour. This is great for concealer, as is the Boux one. Oops. So I'm going to be keeping the Boux one. This one from Zoeva, this is the Luxe Brow Light. I think this is for concealing under the brow, but yeah, I never use it, so I'll get rid of this one. So now onto the main eyeshadow brushes. So with my eyeshadow, I always use a nice big fluffy one for doing my base. I then go in with a shorter one for doing my contour, and then I use a clean fluffy one with quite long bristles to blend in and make sure everything's blended, and then a smaller, more detailed one for the corner. And yeah, it's nice to have a few of them just for if I'm doing different colours. But obviously I don't need all of these. So first of all, I'll take out the new ones. I think that's all the new ones. So I've got the Spectrum B08, the A29, the C06 and the B06. So 4 different brushes there from Spectrum that are all brand new. I'd say this is probably more a highlight brush. I don't know why it's in the eye section. But these are nice big ones for doing my base. Then I'm also keeping the Iconic brushes. These are really good for blending. This is one of the ones that is my go-to for blending. A fairly new one is my Morph brush. This is the M461. So this is a bit like a stippling brush, but it's slightly different, a bit more angled. And this is great for just doing one big colour across the eyes, so I'm definitely keeping that one. Okay, ones I'm definitely going to get rid of is this one and this one. So I'm definitely getting rid of these 2. I just don't need them. These are Anastasia Beverly Hills ones, so these come with the eyeshadow palettes. This is great for a nice big fluffy base, and then they also have the contour on the other side, so these are definitely ones that I would reach for, so I'm definitely keeping those. Again, we've got the same from Kylie Cosmetics and also Smashbox, so where we've got a nice big fluffy one at one end and the other end is like a contour. These are just really handy, so I'm definitely keeping those. Oh, there's another Iconic one. This is a great base one. This is also the Morph. It's a 524. This is really good at getting a good base, so I'll keep that one. These are fairly new ones, and I've not really played with these as much, so I'm going to keep these for now and see how I get on with these. I think this is going to be quite good as a nice base. It's a really chunky one. This may be... I might not like this one as much because it is quite narrow and long, but it might be okay for doing a bit of a contour. But we'll see. These are both, I think they're Real Technique. Yeah, Real Techniques Defining Crease Brush and Crease Prep Brush. Obviously keeping the Featherella brushes because these are gorgeous. I'm not sure what brand this brush is. It's absolutely plain. But this is a really nice one for getting a good base. So I'm going to keep that. I'm not sure where that's from. This is a great concealer brush actually, so I don't know why this is in here. But yeah, this is a Spectrum one, I think. Yeah, this is great for concealer under the eye area or any other small areas. Another Luxie brush, which is great for the crease line. And this is a number 7 brush, but this is actually like, it looks really good. So I might keep this one for now as well. See how I get on with it. Might do another declutter soon. And then these two from Zoeva are amazing for blending, so I'm going to keep those. They're definitely nearly worn out, so they're probably going to be my next to go, but I'll keep those for now. This Boux one is okay. I think the bristles are quite long, so it's probably not one I'm actually going to reach for, so I'm probably going to get rid of that one as well. So we didn't get rid of as many there, but that's because I do use all these kind of brushes. Like, I use more eye brushes than I do face brushes really. So, and then the final section are the smaller fluffy brushes. So taking out the new ones first, got 4 new ones there from, oh no, 3 new ones from the Spectrum and 1 new one from Luxie. These are really nice brushes. Have we got any iconic ones? Nope. This is my favourite brush ever. This is from the Royal and Langnickel. This is the Smudger. I can't even read the number on it anymore. It's worn off. But basically it's like a stippling brush, and the different length of bristles. This is amazing for doing a crease because it blends it at the same time. So as you're working in, it's blending it, and it's just so good. So this is my favourite ever brush, and I won't be anywhere without this one, so I'm going to keep that one definitely. Then we've got, oh, the Morph one is a fairly new one. This is one that I got in a set for Christmas from my sister, so I'll be keeping that one. Don't really need this one, I'll get rid of that. This LA Splash one is actually quite good. I do like the shape of that, that's great for the contour. Obviously keeping Featherella because they are so cute. This one is a great blender, but as you can see the bristles are coming out. Don't know if you can actually see that, but the bristles are not really great anymore, so probably going to get rid of this one. This is a fairly new one. This is an angled blending brush from Look Good Feel Better. I've only tried it a couple of times, so I'm going to try it a few more before I decide, but I'm not a massive fan of it so far, but we will see. And then these are 2 crease brushes, which I just have to keep. So those are all the eye brushes I'm keeping. So we've got 61 eye brushes left, and we got rid of, so we got rid of 25 brushes there. So although I've still got 60 left, 25 have gone, which is amazing. So I feel like I've done quite well. And then we've also got these 2 brushes here, which I use for face masks, which are just amazing. So yeah, I'm definitely keeping those. These are just so good for applying them. They just go on really well. So guys, I have decluttered my makeup brushes. So although it does still seem like I've got quite a lot, we're getting rid of all of these brushes. These are all gonna go. So it was quite a big declutter, which was great. And now they all actually fit in to these 3 jars and all look a bit more tidy. So there are definitely some which are next on the list to go when I've used them a bit more. I'm glad I got rid of quite a lot of these because the brushes that I don't really reach for anymore, or they are just a little bit knackered, yeah, they just need to go. Obviously some are fairly new, so like this one's brand new, this one might be brand new as well, I think. So I might see if my sister wants these ones before I do just get rid of them. Obviously I can't just give them to anybody because I've touched them, and you know, even though I've cleaned them, they're not really clean because they're not new anymore. But my sister doesn't mind, you know, my sister's, it's fine. That was my big makeup brush declutter. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I just thought it'd be interesting to watch. I do enjoy watching these kind of videos on YouTube. One step closer to a tidy dressing room, and I'm very happy with that. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also hit subscribe, and I'll see you soon for another video.